She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Finna love? Sisters Finna D coming to you all from Ft.Kenya News.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
If you are someone who are into Love Island USA, then please click the very first link in the description below and visit my second channel. That's where I've been posting back-to-back content about Love Island USA, because season 6 was a hot mess, yet amazing, a great mixture. It's crazy over there. So if you're someone who's into Love Island USA, especially season 6, please click the very first link in the description below. Go to my second channel, support, subscribe, do your thing. The reunion is tonight on Peacock, so I will absolutely be back on there either tonight or first thing tomorrow morning with my review of the reunion. But so far, I do have some tea and different stories of behind the scenes of little things that happened on the reunion. So go ahead and click that link. Now let's get into this topic. Speaking of hot mess, after years of lies and projecting her insecurities onto Kenya Moore, Phaedra Parks is now facing a similar treatment. Newbie Angela and her husband hosted their black tie gala for their foundation, okay? And they posted a flyer. So if you are someone who wanted to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta or showed up, you could have clicked the link in her bio and go to this event, okay? So at the event, Phaedra Parks showed up with this man. Now, in one of my most recent Married to Medicine videos, I told you all how Letitia started her own age gap group. Go ahead and read her caption on the side for, the reason and meaning of the group and all of that. You all know that she's married to Dr. G, quad ex-husband, and they are in an age gap relationship. Well, one of the events that Letitia had was a speed dating event. You even had Toya in the comment section. I love it. Eugene and I met speed dating. And Letitia responded, I know, that's why you have to come to tell your story. And you are aware that Toya and Dr. Eugene are from Married to Medicine as well. Now, the reason why she's responding that way is because if you look on the screen again, Letitia wrote speed dating event coming soon. Well, at this speed dating event, the man in the picture with Phaedra was at that event. Phaedra came to support Letitia at that event, and Phaedra met him at that event. So when I said in that video a few weeks ago, Phaedra was back on the show with allegedly her new boo, that's what I was talking about. So a few pages that supports the Real Housewives of Atlanta posted these images. And what I meant by similar treatment, you have comments like rent, go ahead and interpret the emoji. The same one who pointed fingers at Kenya, who Phaedra lied and said Kenya is crazy. She take meds, she cannot have children and rent boyfriends. Look who have men for every month of the year. Yeah, the holy, go ahead and read the rest. Her rental for the night. Every man that Phaedra claimed she had in every reality show is a one and done. You will see him, allegedly, if the scenes make it on the show, because they film and things get cut out. You will see him on Married to Medicine. But yes, she had 2 or 3 other guys in the running on Married to Medicine before this one. No one is shaming Phaedra. She's an adult. Do your thing. But that's what dating is. Yet, when she was married to the convicted felon, she consistently called Kenya Moore every name in the book because Kenya Moore was a single woman who was out here dating. And now here's Phaedra, a single woman who's out here dating, and no one is upset about it because that's what you do. But the very thing she shamed another woman about, that's what she's doing, and even more. And now she's the one getting these comments and treatment. Very interesting. One thing about them tables, she has a different boyfriend on Married to Medicine. So the Phaedra from Married to Medicine is different from the Phaedra from Housewives. And I just explained you might see him on both. And she had the nerve to paint the Queen Kenya as a Jezebel, but phony Faye, and had double the amount of sex partners than Kenya has had in the last 10 years on our issue A. My goodness. You know what? Listen, like I said, they're adults. I would never shame women for dating and doing their thing. She's probably renting him like her last few relationships. That dress looks ridiculous. Here y'all go. Someone she paid so she won't be alone at a party. Could be just a date, an escort, channel an escort, paid actor, her assistant, someone she hired for TV, rent a guy, an escort. It's ATL. He's much younger. Phaedra, somebody she paid to take a picture with her, a hired date. And I'm laughing because this is ridiculous, but that's how ridiculous Phaedra and the rest of the women sounded and looked when they made comments like this about Kenya Moore. She rented him, I'm sure. Is this Mr. Chocolate? No. Looks to be a member of her glam team. Y'all are silly. I love Phaedra, but this dress is not it. Not are there any fine men in ATL, because, child, this is not a look. Y'all better leave Phaedra alone. She probably rented him for the season. He definitely looks like a play date. Not sister changing man like an unaware. My point. Sometimes relationships simply doesn't work out, and then you move on. That doesn't mean you go around insulting other women. Comments like this were the comments that they were saying about Kenya Moore when she wasn't even jumping around like that. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with, I'm single, I'm dating, and if something works out, great, we move forward. If not, life goes on. After years of shaming another woman, Phaedra knows that now. Since her marriage to her ex-husband, Apollo, ended, we've seen Phaedra Parks dating, which is absolutely fine. She's a grown woman. Date and do your thing. I don't care. Nobody cares. The only reason why people attack Phaedra or come for her is because of how she treated other women, especially Kenya Moore, who were doing exactly what she's doing now. Every time you see Phaedra Parks, she's either trying to be on the show with a man, and now people are saying she's renting men, because you know she was a part of the group that kept saying drop dead gorgeous, intelligent woman like Kenya Moore had to pay men, okay? Which was never the case. But that's what Phaedra Parks is going through now. I don't think Phaedra cares. I just find it interesting that now that's her story. She was on marriage boot camp with a man that wasn't even her fiance. Even though she consistently complained and whined about Kenya Moore being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta when she wasn't a wife at the time, okay? She's been on different shows. She ended up on Married to Medicine, where the premise of the show, you had to be married to medicine to be on the show. That's the reason why the show was so different from all of the other shows. Yes, you can have a friend of the show who's not married to medicine. Quad's situation is different. She was married to medicine and now she's divorced, but she came in a group being married to medicine. Phaedra then promised the network that she had a doctor and she was engaged and about to be married to medicine, and then she brought no one. All we saw was an emoji face. You all saw my hilarious videos I did on this. If you missed them, go to the Married to Medicine playlist to watch those videos. She brought absolutely nothing. The emoji face man never showed up. Then we saw her with this guy right here that Dr. Heavenly allegedly says she set Phaedra up on a date. That too was a one and done. Then she was dating somebody else, and now she's with this guy. Do I care? No. She's dating. But like I said, when you attack people or you come on these different shows on your high horse and then you become a hypocrite, this is what's going to happen. The same way how people drag Phaedra. In the other video I posted about the girls being at Carnival and Phaedra dressed a certain way, they only came for her because she was the same woman that used to shame other women. That's all this is. But anyways, so this person tweeted, he dated my friend and scammed her. OMG. So this person responded, he gonna need a whole lot more than what he has to scam the Phaedra Parks Esquire. And no one legitimate is going to deal with it. Now, here's some tea from Married to Medicine. Okay. Yes, Apollo did his time twice, and he's doing his best to stay out of legal trouble, excluding personal issues that's been going on behind the scenes in his marriage and all of that, as far as being arrested for doing any other illegal activities. So far, it looks like he's been doing great, okay? So allegedly, Apollo and this guy are friends, okay? And allegedly, either Dr. Heavenly or someone invited Apollo and his wife, okay, to Married to Medicine on one of their cash trip or something or whatever, allegedly, okay? So now this part about Apollo being on Married to Medicine with his wife, it's not tea because I told you all a while ago, okay? But the second part about Apollo and this guy knowing each other, that's the tea. Apollo and his wife shows up. Phaedra is there with this guy. Apollo gets upset and he's like, even though I'm married and I don't want, Phaedra, but that's just, the code, guy code. Why would you be dating my ex and we are friends? And they got into this big argument, allegedly. And once again, allegedly, this argument then led to Phaedra saying, you know what? I'm trying to change, my ways and do better and all of that. And y'all trying to get me mixed up in whatever. I quit. And that was her out to then go and join the Real Housewives of Atlanta again. So someone on Twitter referring to this guy as a scammer, and we all know why Apollo got locked up and they are friends. People took that and ran with it. But I'm going to say allegedly because it's not cool to instantly see a successful black man who probably worked hard for his money and then call him a scammer. However, I don't know. I'm just reading the tweets and things like that, so I'm not going to put that on him. But only time will tell. But allegedly, that's some tea for you from Married to Medicine. Hopefully, they're going to show the scene. And if they do, then you heard it here first. Because I will absolutely be watching Married to Medicine, but I will not be watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 or doing a review on it because my girl Kenya Moore is not on there. Oh, to add to all of this, Atlanta is big yet small as it relates to, these different reality TV shows and stars and celebrities because look who he's getting his suit from. Of course, Nene Leakes, former married, boo, ex, her man. I don't even know what's going on with Nene and this man anymore. But, yep, that's where he went to get his suit, tailor-made and custom and all of that. So, there you go. Apparently, at this event, the season finale, Angela allegedly got into it with someone that was there, and the person is accusing her of calling him the F word. Not that F word, the other F word. The F word that Miserable Marlo used, and she kept apologizing to Andy Cohen for years because we all know that Andy Cohen is a gay man. You don't use that word to describe someone's sexuality. Angela said she did not do this, allegedly. But my point is, imagine Kenya Moore was to drop that word at an event. It would have been on every blog page. It would have broken the internet. I think I saw this on one or two places, and that was it. Crickets. So you know what? I wish the girls, because the Real Housewives of Atlanta would have been trending if it was Kenya Moore who did this. Because all she have to do is breathe, and someone will find a way to twist it to make her the villain. So the show without her will absolutely go on. But as far as the ratings and all of that, good luck, ladies. Now, to close this out, people throw in Phaedra's face all the time that if you are this great and amazing woman, why are you not remarried? The same thing she used to throw in Kenya Moore's face. You have sometimes allegedly, Phaedra will respond with, I don't want to ever get married again, or I'm just out here having fun and dating. People will then throw in her face, your ex-husband is married. But based on the news that's out there, you can clearly see that Apollo is going through it in his marriage. The thing with Phaedra is she used to behave like whether her marriage was going through ups and downs and it wasn't good, the fact that she had a ring made her superior, put her on this pedestal, and everyone that did not have a ring were beneath her, regardless if she was going through it in her marriage. And exactly what she says now is what Kenya Moore used to respond with. I would much rather be in a happy and healthy relationship than to just have a man just to say I have a man. Phaedra is finding herself in those same spaces and having all of these conversations. And that's the reason why I always used to say back then she was projecting. And that was it, because Kenya was out here living and she was over there in a miserable marriage and just holding on to it just to say, look at me, I have a ring. And now she's free and she's doing her thing and she's living her life. So kudos to her, but it's just interesting how those tables always turn. Anyways, I'm wishing all of you well. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.